should we watch this, jerks?
I would be more than happy to. You and I both watched something, not together, but we both watched the same thing.
You told me to watch it.
It's the rare, I'm going to say, is it the rare double thumbs up?
Sure. It's not that. I don't think we have a rare double thumbs up. It's more like rare that we both watch the same thing.
Yeah, I know.
That's the more rare part. I
know. But we both enjoyed the menu.
Yes.
Enjoyed also being a weird way to describe it. But
right. It's an entertaining movie that's about, I guess, the service industry and fine dining. And
it's social commentary on class structure in the United States of America. I don't know.
But it's more importantly, it's entertaining. It's under 2 hours. And it's on HBO Max, which I have already.
Yes, it is all those things. And it is a good movie. And
it's
everyone
for adults,
in it.
By the way.
My daughter watched it.
What?
Yeah, she liked it actually a lot too. So,
Does she want to work in a restaurant now?
Not now, but yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was well done.
Yeah,
and sure.
It's not for little kids. I wouldn't say it's not a shipwreck family night.
No, you don't want that on in the background.
And I wouldn't let my son watch that movie.
Yeah. But, looking for a good cannibalism movie for my kids.
It is not cannibalism.
It's not. That's what that's where you think it goes. But
a lot of people thought that, and I will say that because I feel like it deters people from seeing the movie. There is I don't know where people got that concept from, but whatever. It's not important.
Right.
The trailers, I think, steer you that way.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Don't watch anything. Just check it out.
Yeah, you don't want any spoilers. I'm not going to say anything more than that, only because that's not the movie, and that saying that the movie isn't spoiling the movie. It's like, Star Wars isn't a Western, doesn't spoil Star Wars.
It's kind of a Western.
I know it is kind of a Western, as I was saying, and I'm like, but I guess it kind of is.
Batman's a scientist.
Yeah.
It's not Batman. I mean, it's not Batman.
Yeah. No, it's Leonard Nimoy that says it's not Batman.
You sure? I thought it was Marge.
Nimoy, it's a scientist.
I thought it was Marge talking
it is Marge.
for
it's Marge.
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, no, for the scientist.
Or somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, Leonard Nimoy's on the monorail. Whatever.
Monorail. All right, what else?
I watched also on Netflix. I watched a lot of. Oh no, this was on Netflix. I watched a lot of movies this weekend. I watched The Pale Blue Eye, which is the Christian Bale movie that just came out, where he plays a detective in the It's like the 18 somethings, in New York.
Wait, who?
Christian Bale.
No, who is he playing?
He plays a detective.
Batman.
Oh, just a detective. Okay.
Just a detective, not Batman.
Not Batman.
And he's trying to solve a murder at West Point Academy.
I know that place.
In the 1800s, and he is helped on the case by a cadet there. No, the cadet
Bruce Wayne, a young Bruce Wayne.
It's a young Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, is he like high on morphine or something?
No, he's not
ether.
high on
Is he just like sniffing ether rags the whole time?
No.
That'd be good.
A lot of the rumors about Edgar Allan Poe and his drug use may not have been true, and they may have been, put in the press by people who didn't like him. That's part of that.
That made me like him, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It didn't work. Yeah. Anyway.
It's not bad. It's too long for you, Cheapy. You're not going to watch it. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's very slow. It's very like, here's a lot of gray. It's a very gray and white movie. Like it's snow everywhere. It's lots of landscapes. It's one of those movies where it's like, look how fancy our camera work is. Look how wide we can get our shot. Look how
I do like that.
Yeah, I mean, the cinematography is really good. Don't get me wrong. It's very impressive.
Okay.
So if you want to see a movie like that, where it's like as much about the visual sparsity of it as it is about the story itself, because the story itself is probably like middle of the road.
But would you say it's a visual wonder?
But yeah, I was going to say, but visually it's very impressive.
Mrs. GB sometimes will ask to watch a visual wonder.
Yeah.
So would you say that qualifies?
It might.
But it's not an epic visual wonder.
No, it's not like sweeping vistas because
Right.
it's
Dark.
it's the
in the-
Hudson Valley in the winter.
So a lot of fog and snow.
It's a lot of snow
Or
and a
just
lot
snow.
of bare trees and
Right. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Pale Blue Eye.
Pale Blue Eye. It's on Netflix. I also watched Troll on Netflix.
I heard good things about Troll.
Yeah, that's the I'm gonna say is it Swedish maybe not
Yeah.
American? Yeah, not American movie.
Please get
About-
our country right.
Yeah, about troll about a troll that's it's like a Godzilla movie, but instead of
Okay.
Godzilla, it's a troll.
The Troll's the enemy.
The troll is you have to watch the movie.
Does he have a heart of gold?
I think they would have to like really, dig to check that out, but they don't, we don't
Oh.
see if it's actually made of gold.
Well, I meant, metaphorically.
I know, I was kidding. I
Oh.
was kidding. That actually was a good movie. That movie's also short.
Okay.
And might be worth your time.
I heard it was good. It was
It is
recommended
good.
to me by one Ben Gilbert.
I know he really liked it. That's the reason why I'm like, you know what, I'll give this a shot.
It's interesting.
So
Interesting.
I didn't dislike it. I'm not saying that I loved it, but I liked it. It's a like, not a love. Does that qualify?
Sure.
If you want to see a movie that's basically a Godzilla movie, but instead of Japan, it's Europe and
Countryside.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah. It hits all those beats like, like we don't know what this is. And there's that, I'm telling you, it's a troll. And they're like, you're crazy. There's no such thing as trolls. And then a troll steps on that guy. And it's like, you see, you should have believed in the troll.
Do we see enough Troll to make it worthwhile? Or is it like, are they, you know what I'm
Is
saying?
it also like a Godzilla movie?
There's a good amount of troll, but not
Okay.
a ton of troll.
Got it. Fair enough.
You
Mhm.
know what we watched?
What?
The Masters of the Universe live action film.
Oh, the Dolph Lundgren classic?
Yes, the classic. That's a good way to
Mhm.
state what that movie is.
Courtney Cox is in that movie, and
I do know that Courtney Cox is in that
it's
movie.
a shame she never did anything else again after that.
Right. Yeah. Like, what's
Mm-hmm.
she doing in that movie? That movie. It's so
Getting paid,
weird.
I assume.
Yeah, I would guess so. I mean,
She's like 19 in that movie, though.
oh, she's super young. Yeah.
Mhm.
Such a weird movie still.
Yes.
Like, oh,
Why?
have you ever seen it? GP?
Yes. I mean,
Oh, okay.
the whole look of it makes you wonder what they were thinking.
Yeah. Why? Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I
like,
thought
why
you were
would
asking me.
Why,
Yeah.
why does everything look this way, basically?
Yeah. Like, why is He-Man shooting so many guns? Like laser guns? Like they had laser guns in Masters of the Universe, but you never saw He-Man shooting laser guns.
It would be
right?
stupid. He's strong. He's stronger than a laser gun.
Right. You had like Zodak and people like firing the
losers.
Rio
B-team.
Grande.
Rio Grande.
Remember that guy? Isn't that his
Yeah, he
name?
had the guns in his
chest.
Yeah, chest.
Chest
Let's go like
guns.
this.
That's much
Yeah.
better than having them on a belt. It's good for going through airport security. Oh, I guess not. They're going to see it anyway.
Yeah.
It's not good for anything.
I don't. Yeah. The fact that like you're in Eternia for like 5 minutes in that movie before you get magically whisked away to New Jersey.
Well, that's because of the budget cuts.
I don't care. Like, just tell me you could have it in New Jersey and keep telling me it's Eternia,
Right.
right? Like,
Do you think that there should have been like the whole Prince Adam thing in that movie, or do you think they were better off just not adding that extra?
they
layer?
completely like they didn't know what to do with that, right? Like they have the sword, and you can tell like, oh, that sword seems important, but they take it away from He-Man, and it doesn't do anything. But then like at the end of the movie, he grabs the sword and says, "I have the power," or whatever.
Right. They probably had enough money for him to do that one time, to do like a transformation or some sort
like
of sword effect.
the first Thor movie is essentially the Masters of the Universe movie, but with a budget. I think they were trying. That's kind of, I think, what they were going for.
Yeah, they
But
were
it just
going
didn't-
for something.
Well,
It's
in the
just-
Thor movie, he starts off, he's got, all his powers. He's out wherever he is, not Valhalla. Why am I losing my mind? I'm literally losing my mind. where the Norse people live, and Asgard. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you. I got there. It's I swear to God, it's this virus. My memory is shot. And so he's in Asgard. He fights people. He gets his powers taken away and he gets sent to New Mexico instead of New Jersey.
Sure.
And then he spends the rest of the movie trying to get his hammer back, where Master of the Universe is trying to get the sword back so he can get back home and fight the big bad guy. It's the same movie. I'm telling you.
It is. They also they did the thing where they were trying to sell some new toys too, though. So you didn't know any of the bad guys. Like it's Skeletor, and here's some new henchmen.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that.
Like,
guys.
why new guys? We don't want to see new guys. We want to see Beastman.
Beastman's there, but it doesn't.
I know
look like
Beastman
him.
is there. I know.
Yeah.
Beastman and Evil Lyn are there.
Evil Lyn's there. Yep.
But where's Cyclops, Triclops, and Manny Faces? And
Manny Faces is a good guy.
Yeah, I know Manny Faces is a good guy.
Lockjaw? Trapjaw? What's his name?
Trapjaw.
Trapjaw.
He was my favorite toy. He was a good quality toy.
He was.
He had that loop in his head so you could make him go down a string.
A string.
I did that. I did that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Got that string.
They could have done that in the movie.
Right. that would be really uncomfortable.
And instead of Orko, they had Billy Barty in a troll costume.
That's bad. Or you gotta have Orko.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Billy Barty. He deserved better. They could have just put him in a red coat and a hat.
Orko could have had legs. It would have been all right. Or just make this thing really long. His dress really long.
I don't. My kids didn't love it, but they did watch every minute.
TV.
What else did you watch? You watched TV.
I did. I watched this latest stand-up special on, is it HBO? HBO or Netflix, one of those. It's the Atsuko I'm blind. Okatsuka, the intruder. It was very funny. Even Mrs. Cheapy watched it with me. It's very difficult to get her to watch a stand-up comic. But I think because she was Japanese, it helped. And she has a funny bowl haircut.
I was gonna say she's the bowl haircut lady, right?
Yes. It was she was very funny. I would recommend that for sure. We made it through the whole thing. It was like 50 minutes.
Cool.
That was good.
I watched a documentary on Paramount Plus called Sometimes When We Touch.
I watched all 3 episodes.
Did you?
I did.
Did you like it?
I watched all 3 episodes.
I know it's not very good, right? I also watched all 3 episodes.
What is that, about air supply or something?
It kind of actually. What's his name? Dan Hill sings Sometimes When We Touch.
Okay.
But it's about light rock.
Yeah.
And it's a documentary that was made in conjunction with MTV about soft rock. But it really doesn't know what soft rock is as a documentary.
It doesn't. They kept throwing Elton John in there, and I'm like, this isn't what I consider soft rock.
First of all, Elton John has some songs that are pretty rockin', that are correct. That are not soft rock.
He's pop rock.
And he also is a singer-songwriter. He really is transcendental when it comes to
it didn't make sense where they were throwing him in every time. This doesn't make sense.
And the Carpenters, who I like, generally speaking, I consider them to be just pop. They're not soft rock. They were just pop.
Yeah.
Good pop. There is such a thing as high quality pop music, but they're not soft rock either. The Doobie Brothers, sure, that's soft rock. Why not? But again, they just didn't know. It didn't know what its own premise was, and it didn't follow through well enough, where they either should have just focused on 1975 to 1980. This is what defined soft rock from 1975 to 1980. Just close it in, or just focus in on it could have just been a Michael McDonald documentary, and it probably would have been more successful. But, or it
could have been about something completely different.
It was like someone said, you know what songs I really like? These 5 songs. Let's make a documentary and just say it's about soft rock. It wasn't cohesive at all.
It wasn't cohesive. That was the problem. Was it didn't have a story to tell. It was the majority of the time is it just playing you 15 seconds of a song, and then going on to another song for 15 seconds, and you have a montage of those, and you go like, hey, I recognized all those, or I'm like, I've never heard that one song they just played. I don't know what that is. Like, I'm sure you knew all of them, Wombat.
Oh yeah, I knew all of them. That
There was
my
a couple
problem.
in there that were deeper cuts than the rest.
Which is fine.
It's just fine. It's just I didn't get anything out of it. Like,
Yeah.
and then the last, like, it was a 3-parter. So the first was like, I don't know, the rise, the rain, and the resurgence or something.
The rise, the fall, and yeah,
sure, whatever. And then the resurgence, and the resurgence episode didn't do enough either. Of like, it was basically just about how hip hop took all these songs and sampled them. Right.
Which,
like,
I guess that's a
That's all that
line.
matters.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. That was the most interesting part of it, was like, oh, okay, this is this song, and I see what they did with it. That's more interesting than like, here's why Captain and Tennille had a dead marriage.
Which again could be its own documentary. You wanted to make it.
Absolutely.
You want to make, like, did my heart break for Tony Tennille when she was telling her story? 100%.
Yeah. It was just like a weird part of the documentary. It's like, oh, we've got this real tone shift here where they keep on showing pictures of them, and you're like, oh, yeah, that you can tell. Why didn't anybody know?
Exactly. Yeah. How did we all miss this? And the same thing, even like the Rupert Holmes stuff, like that was also very interesting.
Yeah,
have been its
his
own
part was
thing.
interesting. Yeah.
Yes. Or maybe, I mean, again, it could have been, instead of 3 episodes, it could have been like 6 episodes where they just did a half hour on soft rock greats. And it was just, and here's a half hour on Rupert Holmes, and here's a half hour on Tony Tennille, and here's a half hour on
The
so
Rolling
and so.
Stones.
Yeah, exactly.
When they started playing the Rolling Stones, I'm like,
that's soft rock. I mean, it
when-
is.
They said when Angie went to number 1, that's when soft rock became mainstream. And I'm like, I mean, I don't even know if that's soft rock. It's a ballad. It's different. I don't know. I'm not, it's not America. Like America, I would consider to be a soft rock, but even that sort of borderline folk rock, soft rock, right?
yeah, there's like the Carpenters, I would even say borderline folk a little bit. They're folk poppy.
Yeah, folk pop.
Yeah.
With America being folk rock. I'll take it. I won't fight that.
Yeah. It just seemed like there were so many other interesting ways it could have gone to, like this, like maybe touch on emo at some point, if you're going to say like, hey, here's the roots of how we got to emo from like kind of
I think there's a through line from Alone Again Naturally to the Smiths. Sure. Why not?
Right. Like it's the same, like if you're musically different, but like thematically, yes.
There's something there.
Yeah. I think we could have done a better job on this documentary series.
I
Get started on
100%. Yeah. I think we could have. Yes. Oh, and I also started watching Blood of Zeus, which is an anime series about,
I think I watched that
on Netflix, that my daughter told me I would like. So I watched the first 2 episodes.
What's that about? I feel like I watched that.
There's a kid and he's the son of Zeus, and he's got to stop the demons.
I don't think I watched it.
Oh, it's made by the same people that made the Castlevania show.
That I watched.
I know. So if you like the Castlevania show, you'll probably like Blood of Zeus.
Okay. Good to know.
Yep. That's on Netflix. So you already have that.
Love it.